Hi, in this video we're going to go over two features in CheckFlow. We're going to go over the mail-to control, which is just here, and this is a new control that we've recently added which allows you to build email templates, and we're going to go over dynamic values, and these two features kind of work hand in hand. The dynamic values really add a lot of power to the mail-to control. So we've got this template built up. It's representing a client onboarding process. So we've got a few tasks at the beginning of the process just to gather data on the client. So we've got things like company name, company website, and then we've got the sort of primary contact details here, and then we've got the subscription details here. So the plan that they're on, any add-ons, and the start date. And then in the fourth task, this is where I've added a mail-to control. I haven't completed it, but I've added some of the more laborious parts just to make this demo a bit shorter. So to add dynamic values, I've already added a couple in here, but I'll show you how you can add more. So you can either, there's two ways of doing it. You can either click these buttons located at the end of the inputs, and that brings up a little drop down, and that allows you to select a dynamic value. So the blue values are global values, so they're global to the checklist or the template name or the current user. And then the turquoise values, they are related to another control on the checklist itself. So if you remember, we had a field in here for the primary contact's email address, so that would be applicable to the two field. This is where we're going to send the email to. And then for CC, perhaps we would want to email ourselves, maybe. So you could put the current user's email, which is a global dynamic field, which is shown in blue. So you can see that the dynamic fields that are related to a specific control, they are prefixed with content, and then they are named with the name of the field. So if I go in here, I can see primary contact email down here, and this is an email control, so it will have validation on there. So that will pick that up as the user enters data into that field. So what I'll do is I'll build up the rest of it. So the other way of entering in dynamic fields is by doing double open curly braces. As you can see, all of our dynamic fields are wrapped in double curly braces. So yeah, so if you do double curly braces, that will bring up the exact same list as clicking the button. So you've got two ways of doing it. So in this instance, this is a subject field. So I'm just going to say, please confirm your details, and then their first name, Gary. So it's just so I'm personalising it. And you can see here, I've already put that field in here. So I'm going to say hi. First name, thank you for becoming a partner of ours, etc., etc. And I'm just asking them to confirm their details. So I've filled in some of this stuff already. So if I just do double curly braces here, and then I can do subscription plan. So this subscription plan is actually a drop down. So it'll take the text value that's selected, and then we have add-ons. So this is a multi-choice. You can, by the way, you can type some text in and it will start to filter, so you don't have to search for the entire list. So I've selected the add-ons there, and then finally let's put subscription start date, and then I'll do start date, so select that one. And then I might want to personalize this from myself. So let's say current user's name. So then what you can do here is we've built up that entire template. Now you can see a draft preview of this. So obviously none of these fields are known at the moment. They're only known at checklist runtime, but we can just click this and it will show how your email is going to look. So now I'll save this template, and I will now create a new checklist based on this template. Let's call it Tesla, client onboarding Tesla. Let's run this. So you can see that we have an empty checklist, and in our Mail-To control, some of the fields have been completed already for us because they are currently known. They are the global dynamic values. So this is the email of the user that is logged in at the moment, and this is the name of the user logged in at the moment. So you can see those global dynamic values have already been created for us. And these ones are linked to the content controls. So these will fill in as we fill these in. So if I type in Tesla, did I have? Yes, I've got company name, and that's now changed to Tesla. Let's start to fill these in a little bit more quickly. Let's put okay, and let's complete these. So if I go back and I'll show you how these are just filling in. So you can see the email address is coming in here automatically. His name has come in. So we're still just missing the subscription plan, add-ins, and start date. So we'll fill those in now. So subscription plan is enterprise. Add-ons. Let's say they're gonna want 500 gig of extra storage and 16 gigabytes of RAM. And then the start date. Let's say it's just today's date. Let's complete that, and then you can see now these things have completed as well. So it pulled out the enterprise plan that we selected, and it's clever enough to just list all selected items in a sort of comma delimited string, and it's put the subscription start date there. And then if I now create this draft email, this now creates it with all of the data filled in for you. So it's just another way. It's a clever way of just automating things. That's how dynamic values work, and that's how the Mail-To control works. I hope you found that useful.